and how to use Moodle. Over to you, Vivek, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Devraj. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just share my screen now. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. So, good evening, COVID warriors. It is indeed a privilege to be addressing a lot of medical junior residents and medical staff, including the Joint Director of Medical Education. Itself is a privilege for me. The task given to me is to introduce what Moodle is to this very important, vital part of the workshop, which contains most of the resources. So let's look at an introduction. I really don't know why I was called for the introduction. Probably it was just Shera and myself with Kuhas. So all thanks must first start with KUHS. I've already said that Dr. Unnikrishnan, if you have listened to his videos on Moodle, they were very simple, short, and it just made us uh, hatch onto this platform as fast as possible. I am no expert in Moodle. I've been introduced to Moodle only in the past, say, 2-3 months, where I was fortunate enough to attend this course for faculty members by the Kerala University of Health Sciences. And ever since, as Dr. Devraj rightly put it, I've been hooked onto it. And as when we thought, say, a month back, how to do the research methodology back at Government Dental College, Kottayam, because it was so complicated. Nobody likes to, probably it is not a very most sought after topic. And then just having Zoom classes would not be a very great idea. Then we landed upon to use Moodle. And then Dr. Anupa Lucas, who's the associate professor and a very good friend of mine, probably put this word related to Moodle by Dr. Shera. So that's how they also thought that this would be useful. So my department, my head of the department, Dr. Susan Thomas is here. All the faculty members at my department and my PGs. Without a team effort, this is not possible. This will become clear to you as you go through the Moodle workshop. So COVID has taught us many things, has taught the society many things about medicine, about diseases. It has taught everyone so much. And online learning has become so popular. We have learned so many platforms. We learned how to mute ourselves when we enter a classroom. We have gone through we have Zoom, we have Teams, we have Meet, Classroom. In the initial days, every week we used to have new software. So then why something called Moodle? We'll come to that. But as we know, the expectation versus reality is very different. This is just a lighter mood of what is happening in the online more positively. Most of you now may be on duty, in wards, in different areas, at home, probably not even in Alappuzha, so many other places. But it's a great thing that you can come and attend classes. So that is one big plus. Another big plus, I thought about online classes. Every class starts right on time. Now the students also can come into the class anytime. So that is a great plus. So online classes, yes, it's a great plus, but then there are some problems as well. Problem with teacher directed learning was the main problem of only Zoom classes. Now the teacher, we couldn't get feedback, we couldn't get eye to eye contact, we don't know whether the student is listening. Even now as I'm talking, I can't really know how many of you are listening, how many of you are understanding what I say. But when it shifts to learner directed, it becomes a whole new story. You get a chance to integrate with so many people, so many sources of information, and it becomes your motivation then. If you're ready to learn, then the whole world is in front of you helping you to learn. So when you shift to learner directed, that is where the importance of something called an LMS comes. LMS is a learning management system, and as you can see from this table, the second column stands for Moodle and the fourth or fifth one stands for Google Classroom, both of which are popular now in our part of the world. And these are different from the simple video conferencing tools that we have, the most popular one being Zoom, which one we are rightly using, or it could be Google Meet. The main difference is it offers the entire course with a dedicated page for each subject. You can go through the entire course at your own will, at your own pace. In an online class, otherwise a live class, it stops when the teacher stops. The class has to stop. When there is an interruption, the class stops. Whereas with Moodle, it doesn't stop. You can access Moodle anytime. All the resources are already there. You can learn at your pace. You can pause the video, you can replay the video, you can save the videos, and it also offers so many things. It has quizzes. Dr. Devraj they have tried to integrate live interaction as assignments. So you can conduct assignments as you take the class. You can have online exams. You can have online theory as well as online multiple choice exams, group chatting. Everything is there. So that is what Moodle takes you to. It is a different experience, and I'm sure all of you will like it. So learning management systems is a digital platform where contents are created, stored, and systematically released. Now that is also important. Now this workshop on research methodology has up to 32, I understand there are up to 32 topics. So all of them are not available to you right now. You will get to the second video once you finish the first video. So the contents are given systematically, and therefore that helps you to learn the process better. And student interactions, there is option for you to give feedback. You have online classes also, like we have Club Zoom along with Moodle now. That is what we are doing here. And as I've already told, there is option for assessment as well as certification. So what is Moodle? Moodle stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. It is an acronym. It has been here since 2002. Probably COVID has taught us to learn Moodle. It has been here for 18 years. And it is basically developed and coordinated in Australia. And it is an open source program. So this was Martin Dougimas, who was the original developer of Moodle. He is a graduate in computer science and education. This is important because, as Unnikrishnan sir puts it, Moodle is based on pedagogical principles, which means it is mainly oriented for teaching and learning. Now, I will introduce 3 words which I learned from the Kuhas course, which are blended learning, distance education, and flipped classroom. Distance education is quite simple, very evident. What is blended learning? We combines face-to-face learning. Here also you have Zoom classes like this. You have more group discussions coming on Zoom. You have the theory sessions on Zoom, which helps you to have face-to-face to a reasonable extent. Plus the online sources is what is called blended learning. And more importantly, what is a flipped classroom? We are so much used to listening to the theory class first and then doing our work, homework at school probably. Even in research methodology, go back and do the group work. But here what it does is, Moodle does is, it reduces the load on the theory class. It gives the resources are given to the students pretty early. The students can opt and learn the resources then, so that a reasonable learning is already happened. And then to clarify your doubts, you can always have your interactions with your facilitators. So that is what is flipped classroom. So these are the advantages why Moodle is so important over other platforms. Why KUHS chose Moodle? They are promoting it in a big way. So Moodle is here to stay, not only for this RMW. It is open source, it is cost effective, and it can be adopted by any institution. They just need a basic setup with low bandwidth. That is quite enough. And it is developed on pedagogical principles. It can you can take any number of participants. It has a robust backup, and it has good plugin capability. You have enough and more plugins that you can do. This is for the teachers. You can do so many things with Moodle. So now, how is this workshop Expedit 2020 delivered to you? You have resources on Moodle, plus you have live online classes through Zoom. I hope all of you would have received the brochure by now. The brochure very clearly spells out what is happening when. So what you're expected to do is, madam has really thoughtfully done that over 2 weeks. You may think it is a long time, but then you need this to cover this complicated overall topic of research methodology. So what you need to do is, you need to log in into Moodle from time to time and be up to date by the time you have the next Zoom class. You already know what is being happening in Zoom and what is happening in Moodle. You have the brochure with you. So by the next Zoom class, if you have covered the resources on Moodle, it will be very useful for you. Plus, you have the group work. You will be organized into groups of 10 to 12 members, and who you will be supported by a faculty member and a facilitator from the Department of Community Medicine, where you can share your feedback about the course in general, as well as on the specific content. And the group work will also help you to come out with the practical aspects on, say, study designs, statistics, etc. So this is how it has been delivered to you. Now, what must you do? Preferably use a computer when you're working on Moodle. It is not mandatory, but it would be better. The mobile also allows you to log in into Moodle, but the experience is better with a laptop. And please remember to try to maintain the course schedule so that it helps everyone to learn together. Now remember that you did not download anything to log on to Moodle. So what must you do? So already, if you check your mailbox, you would have received a mail from the Community Medicine Department at Alleppey giving you the credentials to log in. So now I will just stop my screen share and try to log in into Moodle. Can I get some feedback as to how many people have access to laptop now? Do some of you have that? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Can some of the PGs, do you have laptops with you? If yes, we can try and log into Moodle so that the experience.
They have reported yes in the chat box.
Okay, ma'am, I can't see the chat box because my screen.
Dr. Anand Alex, Dr. Namita, I think.
Fine. Thank you, ma'am. So I'll just try and log in into Moodle.
So I'd actually recommend all the PGs to take their laptops and do it along with Dr. Vivek. Any doubts, you can clear it now itself.
If possible, that is if they are in.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my mail inbox. I'm ready to wait. If you are ready with the laptop, we can start. If you look into Gmail, you would have received a mail from the Community Medicine Alappuzha, Community Medicine GTDMC Alappuzha. If you open that, you would have an account that is created with your credentials, username and password. You have to change the password when you log in. So this link, Community Medicine gtdmcalappuzha.nomio.com, will take you to Moodle. Just a brief introduction here about what is Gnomio.com. This is just a temporary website which is hosting this workshop. We can have Moodle in our own institution, but since that is not yet ready, the team has actually chosen something called Gnomio.com to host this entire course. So this link is where your course is happening. I would all encourage you to bookmark this. I hope all of you know. If you don't know, you can see the star icon at the end of the browser. I hope it is visible. If you just click there, you can say and give done. Now the bookmark is already saved. So now next time you want to go, you can choose that from the bookmark and it will automatically be there. So you know you needn't remember this link every time. So that's the first thing that you can do. Now you can log in. Yeah, so my credentials are already typed in. Probably if you try to log in now, you may take time to change your password. So madam, do I have the time for that, or should I just show with my content?
Actually, you ask the PGs. It's up to them.
Okay, because it may take some.
Yeah.
When you change the password, remember that Moodle password, which is a combination of at least one capital letter, small letters, and a special sign and numbers. So if you're fast at it, you can do it. Since I've already done that, it will just take me inside. For you guys, it will first ask you to change the password. Can I have some feedback, Dr. Devraj? Can you just coordinate if something is coming in the chat box?
No, nothing has come so far. Yeah. I think Dr. Anand, Dr. Namita, could you, I mean, it might have taken them some time to open their laptop, get the connection, come to their
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes, ma'am. We'll just wait for some few minutes then.
yeah. Dr. Anand, Dr. Namita, should we wait for you? What is your? Yeah, Dr. Anand has logged into Moodle. Very
Great.
good.
That is very good, Dr. Anand.
I think you should help your colleagues in case they have a difficulty. Not now, maybe later.
Yeah, don't worry. So, like, it's very evident from Dr. Anand's attempt that it is not rocket science. It's very easy. And I'm sure Dr. Devraj was telling me in the evening that he's been trying to upload so many things and not once Moodle has stuck. So it is that robust. I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very easy. So I'll just continue, and probably if you have any doubts, you can use the chat box and we'll take it up at the end. Those who haven't now logged in, please don't worry. You can always get this lecture, which I'll be sending across. And I think Dr. Devraj also has planned a video for those who are not able to log in now. So that will be there in Moodle. It is an introduction about Moodle. We'll look into it. So now all of you can just concentrate where you will land when you have logged in. Now you have an icon here on the top left. Interestingly, this is called the hamburger icon. The class in Moodle. This 3 lines, probably it represents a hamburger. So if you click it, that area just hides out. And if you click it back, you get it back. So just click on Site Home. If you click on Site Home, yeah. Now another important thing is the top portion here is an ad. Please don't click that. The ad will be there because we are using Nomio.com. I mean, you can just ignore it. It doesn't bother you anyway. Just ignore the ad and you go down. Initially, you have a very intro video about Moodle. Those who want can really go into it. And below that, you have this available courses. You have Expedit 2020. So you just have to click here. So remember, that is available in Site Home. You have to first go here. I'll repeat it once again. In Site Home, if you go in Site Home, you will see the course bottom. You just click there and you come back to the course. So this is the course for you. You have a dashboard. If you click on the dashboard, you go back. Then again, you just go down, you can see the course if you have already taken it. If not, I told you, go to the Site Home. Site Home. And in the Site Home, you can see under available courses, the research methodology workshop. So click there, you go into the course. So this is the course for you. Now, if you go down, there is a welcome message course and all that. And below, if you go scrolling down, you see that there are so many topics. The introduction is there, introduction to Moodle, which is the present session that is going on. You have the literature search coming up. The date and time has been given. And this is the one I was telling that Dr. Devraj is planning. He has already put a video on how to use Moodle. So in case you miss out something in this lecture, you can go and refer to that as well. Then you have PubMed. See, it has been restricted. So what is it saying? It becomes available only if you finish how to use Moodle, and you have to click complete. Can you see a small checkbox here? I hope you can see my cursor. And if you check here, after seeing it, it helps you to indicate that you have already seen the video. So let's try taking that video, because that's the first video that is available. How do you take that video? Just click on how to use Moodle for this workshop. So it takes you to this page where the video is available. Probably it's just taking some time to load. Yeah, so it's a 6-minute video. Following Unnikrishnan sir advice, we have all done the videos very short so that it gets completed, and it's very easy to look into short videos. So the video will play. Probably you may not be able to listen it because I'm listening through my laptop audio. So this is just, you can watch the video, you can maximize the video screen, it becomes big. You can escape it to go back, and you can pause it. Now, if you right click on the video, remember, if you right click on the video, there is an option save video as. If you right click on the video after playing it, after pausing it, play and pause, then if you right click, you have save video as. If you take that, you can save this video onto your computer. It just opens up, you can save it on your hard drive. So this is they would have kept the Moodle platform available till around 15 December. So you have plenty of time to save these videos for future use. The saving option is only so that you can come back to it later on. Research methodology topics, I am sure Sairu Madam will agree that everything will be interesting when they sound first, but as soon as you finish, they might go out as well. So you can use these to refresh your knowledge. So you can save all these videos. So once you have finished watching the video, now about, as I understand, they have planned few questions. Suppose the topic is on literature search. In the video itself, they would have planned few questions for feedback. So once you answer that feedback questions and get them correct, watching a video is complete. So then you can go back to Expedite 2020. Whenever you click to Expedite 2020, you come back to the course. You can see that we have come back to the course. And once you have finished the video, it automatically will check in, or you can sometimes, if this is a square box with a bold line, you can mark this as complete. Whereas certain others, now since most of them are restricted, it will not allow you to mark as complete. It will get completed as soon as you answer the assignment. So this is important. You need to keep a check on what you have finished. It is better to mark this as complete when you have done that, or if it is an assignment, it is very important to complete the assignment as you go step by step. Don't skip that, because you will not be able to access the next video unless you finish one. See, for example, unless you finish how to frame a research question, you can't access the next video on research objective. This is very important because it has to be learned step by step. You cannot learn Z before you learn A. It's as simple as that. So that's how they have actually arranged this. So that is also important. Now towards, if you go at the end, now they might add more by the time, if there is a feedback, they might add a feedback form, and they will give you announcement. If anything changes, the organizers would be giving an announcement here. So if they have added a new video, they would be putting an announcement, which will become available as soon as you log in. So that is about Moodle basically. And then to submit assignments, it is just like picking a Word document from your computer and uploading it. That also can be done. Because that option is not here available now, I can't demonstrate it. If a assignment option is on, Dr. Devraj, do we have an assignment option? Uploading
actually, all the assignments here are given as MCQs, like interactive MCQs. They don't need to upload anything basically in this workshop.
Okay, only the thesis protocol probably. The thesis
Uploading
protocol?
thesis protocol is actually a session teaching them how to upload that to Kuhas portal. They don't
Okay,
upload
so
it here also. Here they don't have to
okay,
upload that.
they don't have to. Fine.
Yeah.
So that's not there. So then
It's
that's
similar
not
to
important.
MCQ basically.
Okay, basically, so they have just they are using mode, so then that's very easy. That makes it interactive. You can just finish it as soon as you finish the video. The MCQ is incorporated at the end of the session itself. And just for information, if you are required to upload something, you want to share something, that can be done, not as a student, but they will have to give you privileges. So that is about Moodle. It is very simple. What it requires you to do is log in at your pleasure, but try to maintain the course schedule. So let me stop my share for the time being and continue with my PPT again. Again, I will be just sharing my screen. I just have a couple of more slides to finish. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, go
Thank
on.
you, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So it's just, I'm almost concluding. So we're all here to learn it so many times in the last 1 hour or so. We're all learning this process. So you may have important feedback. It's very important to communicate your feedback so that the organizers can do adjustments to the Moodle. If you have any difficulty, I'm sure all the team has done every step to ensure your feedback is listened to. But please come up with your feedback so that it becomes an enjoyable experience. Again, is a great example for how collaboration has happened. And I again would like to say that I'm very happy in the way that probably the small thing that we did has actually enabled community medicine Alappuzha to take it forward. And it was really a wonderful experience, to somebody like Seru madam calling us and asking us how the experience was itself is a very great privilege for us, a small department at an initial stage. So let me conclude my presentation by saying happy Moodling and happy researching. It is about this inspiration to continue research that has probably led to this workshop. As madam has put it, madam has done everything to ensure that you learn it well and not just learn it. So thank you team Community Medicine Alappuzha.